and welcome.
Welcome to our adventurous and exciting journey of young journalists.
Where the news is of the people, for the people, but by the youth. I'm YJ Amog.
And I'm YJ Shrestri from Ryan International School, Kundanahalli, Bangalore.
And we will be your host for this segment.
So before we take you on the journey of this exciting episode, let's take a quick look at the top stories. India's fuel demand rises.
Record number of highways built in 2015-16.
It is time to hand over the baton. India has a reputation of being one of the world leaders, but for a lot of not very good things. Population, corruption, poverty, illiteracy. This time too, India is in the news. Let's tell you why.
The Petroleum Planning and Analysis Cell (PPAC) of the Oil Ministry showed that fuel consumption, particularly oil demand, rose 10.9% to a whopping 183.5 million tons between April 2015 and March 2016.
The demand for petrol rose 14.5% to 21.8 million tons, and gas oil or diesel rose 7.5% to 74.6 million tons.
YJ's Akshit and Yash break down these numbers for us and also ask the question, what are we doing about it?
Indian auto manufacturers produced a record near about 23.4 million motor vehicles in 2014 to 2015.
9.5 lakh three-wheelers, 18.5 million two-wheelers, more than 6.5 lakh tractors.
3.22 million passenger vehicles were manufactured, out of which 2.3 million passenger cars were sold in India in 2015.
Those statistics sound great. It makes us feel proud that India is the world's 6th largest manufacturer of motor vehicles.
But have we looked at the other side of the coin? India's fuel demand rises at fastest pace in at least 15 years. That is not something to be proud about.
Did you know that India is the 6th largest manufacturer of motor vehicles in the world, and that the demand of the fuel has risen more in 1 year than the last 15 years?
What is your suggestion for reducing the demand on fuel?
According to me, cycling.
People should use public transport so that the fuel consumption can be reduced.
As the demand of fuel is increasing, the price is also increasing, and it is going out of my budget. So I travel in a local train. I also suggest everybody to use public transport.
Travel in bus and share auto.
I would suggest that carpooling is one of the best resources, like where people can actually meet at one place and they can go together.
I request all the organizations to make 5 days a working pattern. We should use bicycles as it will keep the person healthy and it will save the fuel.
More fuel consumption contains more emission,
More emissions mean more pollution.
and this we all know what that means: global warming.
So stop driving and start cycling is one of the solutions we came up with. What is your solution? On this note, this is Akshit.
This is Yash with camera person Sahaj signing off for Beyond Breaking News.
The first two stories of this episode remind me of a famous adage. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yes, because this story is about a record number of highways being built in 2015-16.
And that's great. But the question is, has fuel consumption gone up due to more highways?
Or have more highways been built because of a larger number of vehicles which are consuming more fuel?
Well, you try to solve that riddle.
YJ's Prashant and Sara tell us about this tremendous developmental achievement.
If we ask you, what do you dislike about India? Your answer would be?
Poverty, illiteracy, overpopulation and pollution, right?
Right. Be an Indian or a visitor, one answer always remains the same.
Roads. Too many vehicles, too few footpaths, not enough roads and highways. But this will no longer hold true because India has just broken the record for the maximum number of highways made in 2015 and 16.
During 2012-2013, a maximum of 5,732 kilometers of national highway had been constructed. But in 2015-16, all records were broken when the construction of highways touched an all-time high of 6,029 kilometers.
A quick look at the stats show us that India has over 1,000 kilometers of expressways, nearly 93,000 kilometers of national highways, over 154,000 kilometers of state highways.
All in all, our country has a road network of over 42,45,000 kilometers.
Imagine this, the Earth's circumference at the equator is approximately 40,075 kilometers.
India has approximately 42,45,000 kilometers of highways and roadways.
So, if we were to lay out all the stretches of our roads in a straight line, we could circle the Earth at the equator an astounding 105 times.
Wow, that's absolutely awesome.
And the government is all set to keep this momentum going on for over the next few years.
On this note, this is reporter Prashant.
And this is Vajas Sera with camera person Sparsh signing off for Beyond Breaking News.
With that, it's time for a short break.
Don't go away because coming up on the other side, new leaders will take over the reins. Stay tuned to Young Journos on Topper TV.
Students get the opportunity to elect their peers for the new student council.
And this is carried out in all the 130 plus schools of the Ryan International Group of institutions. Thanks to the vision of our chairman Sir Dr. A.F. Pinto of instilling leadership qualities among us, the students.
Vijay Krishna Priya brings us the glimpses of investiture ceremony held at
Ryan International School, Bannerghatta, Bangalore. Take a look.
It's rightly said that with great power comes great responsibility. To witness an oath taken to execute the power responsibly, we have gathered at the investiture ceremony of Ryan International School, Bannerghatta to watch the young leaders acquire their respective duties towards their society and school.
The investiture ceremony at Ryan Bannerghatta was held in a grand manner with great enthusiasm. The ceremony began with a prayer and the felicitation of the guests. The executive members first received their scarves and badges from the guests. They were led by the president and they were followed by the ministers and their deputies. After the felicitation, the newly elected president repeated the oath and promised to fulfill his duties.
We pledge to conduct ourselves with integrity and to give back to the school more than we seek to receive.
The newly elected ministers and their deputies later repeated the oath after the president, the national pledge after the prime minister, and the school oath after the deputy prime minister. The Honorable Chief Guest then addressed the newly elected Student Council.
So I would earnestly request all of you to use our learning, our skills to promote a unified India. Regarding your appointments which are taken, I am sure you will all do well.
And there was also a short interaction between the guests and the council members. The ceremony ended with the tree plantation ceremony.
So can you please share your suggestions for the newly elected parliament members?
First one is it's a matter of taking ownership for things. People, when they see around, they always think it is somebody else's job. Okay, so every child has to see it is my place, my school, it is mine. I have to keep it right. That's the first thing. As the team, you should be doing. The moment you start taking ownership, things will fall in place.
Can you please share your opinions about the management of the school?
See, I known the management of the school from the first school which started in Ran. It's wonderful to see shining faces, bright faces, and the happiness and the pride in the eyes of the parents. And it has done a good work.
How are you feeling that your child has taken a step forward to the world of leadership?
This is a very proud moment, and it is very fantastic that he is going to learn a lot of social responsibility to get the ideas innovative in the coming world, and it is good to have this kind of ceremonies and the system so that they can learn in the future how can they grow as a leader in the society.
Yeah, I feel very grateful to the Ran International School and the principal, and I feel very much delighted, very happy that he has taken the first step in the line of the human building and his career.
It's a very wonderful feeling. It made me go back to the memory lane of my childhood, but time flies and children need wings, and I am very flattered that Rian is giving such a big and nice platform and such broad wings to children to fly in such a broad horizon.
What do you think about the management of our school?
The management is really good, and I really appreciate the school, the way they are executing this kind of ceremonies and idea.
Nice, well planned and futuristic. Children are also happy with it.
I am very thankful to the management providing a lot of help in building the career and the humanity aspect in the kids. And also they are taking a lot of steps in different directions in extracurricular activities, studies, and giving them the outlook, internal and overseas exposures to the kids.
Congratulations as you're elected as the president and vice president of our school. So what will be your plans for the development of our school and how will you execute it?
As the president, my first duty would be the betterment of the school. For the betterment of the school, our cabinet ministers, they should be absolutely perfect. So I would look after their all-round development as well as sports. Also, I would like to promote cleanliness among all the students.
Can you please share your views on the same?
As the vice president of the school, I just want to be the role model and the leader for the cabinet ministers and the students. I just want to promote teamwork and discipline in the school for the children.
Power, in simple terms, refers to the ability to influence decision making. Like our great leaders Jawaharlal Nehru and Nelson Mandela, we wish that our newly elected parliament members would successfully follow these same principles. On this note, I am YJ Krishnapriya signing off from Ryan International School, Banagatta.
Sometime back I was watching a debate on television and they were talking about imposing an obesity tax. It was just like our ad film competition, a category on child nutrition.
Yes, I saw that one. But why are we talking about this today?
Because it was all about good nutrition and good eating habits. We students are going red in the face, asking for change. Speak up, make a change, eat good food, do good exercises, do this, do that. But is anybody even listening?
Yes, finally, I think that our public service ads are really making a difference.
So watch, learn and enjoy this week's PSA.
When we don't accept an undesired event, it becomes. When we accept it, it becomes.
When we don't accept uncertainty, it becomes. When we accept it, it becomes.
When we don't accept others' bad behavior towards us, it becomes. When we accept it, it becomes.
When we don't accept others' success, it becomes.
When we accept it, it becomes.
Acceptance is the key to life.
With that, we come to the second halt of our journey, and it is time for us to say goodbye.
Yes, it is the time to call YJs from Chembur and Navi Mumbai for the next segment.
We really enjoyed being with all of you. Coming up is a story about a special guest who had come all the way from a circus in Germany. So, stay tuned to Young Journos on Topper TV.
Welcome back. Excellence in education and all-round development is a RAN group motto. And a huge part of our learning is meeting and interacting with guests from diverse fields of life. Recently, we got an opportunity to interact with a group of acrobats from Germany. They played with us, taught us stuff and shared some of their special moments with us.
YJs from across Mumbai bring us these glimpses.
Nice and really different from Germany, but we enjoy it here really much.
The assembly was amazing. It looked really, really good. All the costumes and all the little kids are dancing around. That many children on stage looks really, really fabulous.
And that's a predicament if I know anything, 'cause if there's no end, there can be no beginning. There can be no beginning if there's no end. Feels like forsaken the dawn. We awaken and still we don't see.
It's really, really great. It's even better than we thought. It's amazing over here.
And yeah, alle meine. And yeah, and yeah.
You're a really nice country, really nice children. We love it over here. You're so friendly to us. And we just love it.
The assembly was very good, very nice with the dancing, and the costumes were very nice.
It's really nice that we get so much food and that everyone cares about us and we feel really safe and warm welcomed, and yeah, it's really nice.
And give them a clap.
Alles weit und recht und Freiheit sind des Glückes Unterpfand. Blühen Pflanzen dieses Glückes, blühe deutsches Vaterland.
It's very good organized, and we know when we have to be there, and we also have breaks, so it's very nice to come down, and yeah.
It's my first time in India, and yes, but it's totally different from Germany, but it's super nice, and everyone is very friendly.
We know every time when we have which class and all this stuff, so it's really good organized.
We're doing an acrobatics workshop with the kids. We do loads of different things like building up pyramids or showing them some acrobatic stuff we actually do.
Work with a partner, and you do like gymnastics, and yeah, you work very close together.
We do some acrobatics mainly, and but we also show other things from the circus, so that the children know something about the circus.
Alle meine Entchen schwimmen auf dem See.
India is very different from Germany. So yeah, it's very nice to experience this.
It's really nice. It's a great experience, and I will never forget this in my whole life.
Can you share your experience about the workshop which you attended just now?
It was great to see the people who had come from Germany. We learned acrobatics, we did some stunts, and the best thing is that in 1-2 periods we even learned a bit of Germany.
Very enjoy with them, and they teaches us acrobatics. Then we have lots of fun with them. We learn 1 to 5 Germany numbers. Our experience was amazing. Here they have taught us many things. They have also taught us the strip dance.
I enjoyed it very much. We sang one Germany song, and they showed us how to do acrobatics. We also got a chance to do the acrobatics. I enjoyed it very much.
We had a very fun experience, and I wanted acrobatics is a dance form. It's very nice and elegant. I had to do it, and I got a chance to do it today. It was very nice.
Well, that's all we have time for today.
Here are the weekly reminders.
This is YJ Arav.
And this is YJ Sonit from RIS Chembur. See you next week, same time, same place.
Till then, keep watching Young Journals, where the news is of the people,
for the people,
but by the youth. Goodbye and take care.
9.5 lakh grey vehicles, 18.5 million two vehicles, and 9.5. सर ऐसा करता है ना, इधर कॉपी लगा देते हैं, छोड़ देते हैं। याद कर लेता ना।
याद तो है। Wow, that's absolutely awesome. Wow, that's absolutely.
डर गई ना
It is rightly said that with great power comes great responsibility. To witness an oath taken, it is rightly said that with great power comes great responsibility. To witness, I forgot now, where we have come to watch the young leaders to acquire